CXC CSEC students, exam begins tomorrow. And you see, you all who have not been revising or not really putting in the effort and waiting 24 hours before, listen. I have shared some strategies before, but you need to pay attention. In addition to those strategies, this is another strategy that you can use to ensure that you pass. This is not the only strategy. This needs to be worked along or done along with the other strategies shared before. So, students normally have three papers. You're probably saying, but and we only have two exams. So here what, right? Those of you who are in Form 5 or grade 11, out of the three exams, you will have to write two because one of them was your SB, right? So, assuming that you perform well in your SB in school, if you are reusing an SB as a repeater, so repeaters can reuse an SB up to 2 years. Then you should have at least or close to 20% of your grades done. If your SBA was poor, that's a problem. But you could still work along and figure it out, okay? So for those of you who are in school, what you can do or bear in mind also is that your other remaining exams, which is your paper one multiple choice and the paper two structured. The paper one normally consists of or covers or accounts for around 30%. Different subjects might be 29 and stuff like that, but normally it's around 30%, right? So if it is you do enough paper ones, four or more paper one questions before your paper one exams, and aim to get all the questions correct in the paper one, you will have an additional 30%, right? So you don't have your SB, assuming you have exceptional grades there. Let's say you got your full 20%, and now you do really well in your paper one, you have 50%. The least I will tell you to aim for is 60% overall. Now, I don't normally like to tell students this, but you don't want to just settle for the 50% because CXC does not reveal exactly where the pass mark is. So you don't want to just aim for 50%, you want to aim for above 50%. Therefore, in your paper two, you should at least aim to get half or more of that paper correct. If it is you already have your 20% covered, you know for sure you got 20% in your SB, you know for sure that you practice four or more paper ones and you're getting 30%. That's 50. And if you get half of your paper two correct, which is 25%, you have 75%. You will land around a grade two, literally, which is a pass grade. And that's not the lowest pass grade. The lowest pass grade is a 3. Now, for those of you who are adults, or you may not be an adult, you may be in school, you are like a homeschool student, and you did not do an SB. Hence, you have to do all three papers. Paper one, multiple choice, paper two, structured, paper three, which is the alternative paper to the SBA. The same thing applies in a way, but you just have to study more, of course. So, with the paper ones is the easiest. Most of the times, a lot of questions tend to repeat. You don't want to always depend on repeated questions, but for the most part, a lot of questions tend to be repeat. So the more paper ones you do, the more questions you likely to see repeated. However, what I'm saying is, if you practice four or more paper ones, you're supposed to get at least full or close to full marks. Assuming you get perfect score, 60 out of 60 in your paper one, that's 30% out of 100. Then in your paper three, try to aim for the full 20%. Do three or not three, four more. I always say four more paper threes. And then if it is you get full score, you're at the 50 mark. If it is you get half, that's not bad. You are 40, but you're still not at a pass yet, which means in your paper two, the structured paper, which is 50%, you should aim for half or more. If it is you get half of that second paper, well, paper two, correct, and you already have 40%, you will get around 65. That'll land you around a grade 3. If you want more than a grade 3, then you need to aim for 30, 35%, or even 40% correct in that paper too. Okay, so I'm sharing this because I know there are some students who have not been putting in the effort as they should. And if you have not been consistently on top of your game, you may not get a distinction or a grade 1 with all A's. However, you can still use what I told you there as a strategy to ensure that you pass your exams. So I hope you'll take that advice and stop procrastinating. Get down to studies. Make the sacrifice because once you put in the work, you will see the results. If you have questions, you can ask your questions in the comment section. Or you can WhatsApp 1-868-310-6362 and someone will get back to you and respond to your questions. All the best in yours exams. Goodbye.